Today's breakup session is on financing agriculture and agricultural processing industries. And as we are listening to the deliberation of Mr. Arif Abida and Ms. Nuria, and a couple of things were highlighted that agriculture has been transformed. And one is simple statistics, particularly in the context of productive use of agricultural lands in Bangladesh. One simple statistics can help you to understand that intensity of cropping has increased by 2 times, meaning that net agricultural land is used twice. That means we are using it properly twice the net land area. So that means that we are producing more. And as if you are aware that the production has been doubled, tripled over time, over the past 30, 40 years in Bangladesh. What has really happened? We understand that the technology has made a breakthrough in our production, but also this quality of seed, adoption of standard seed, that has also contributed to, more importantly, the transformation in agriculture has taken place due to agriculture financing policy of the Bangladesh Bank, our central bank in Bangladesh. Because of their supply leading financing strategies, this finance is now available to the farmers for cultivation of varieties, different varieties of agricultural product. So let me just very quickly, I know all Bangladeshis present here are aware of the financial system in Bangladesh, that we have a system that comprises of public sector banks and private sector bank, as well as some specialized bank. We have got 6 public sector banks, and then we have some 62 private banks. That includes 33 traditional private banks. But with this, and then in addition to this, we have got 3 specialized banks, particularly of interest to many of you will be 2 agriculture development banks in Bangladesh. One is on the northern part of the country, which is known as Rajshahi Krishi and Agriculture Development Banks. On the other part of the country, the one that operates is Bangladesh Krishi Bank or Bangladesh Agriculture Development Bank. So how central bank is driving financing of agriculture development in Bangladesh? Particularly every year, central bank formulates agriculture finance policy for every year. That is, that policy includes targeted amount that to be invested in agriculture, in farming, in livestock, in fisheries, in forestry, and so on. So first thing, that targeted credit policy of the central bank is allowing the commercial banks and the development banks, particularly the agriculture development banks, to channel funds to farmers. So that is one part of the policy that is helping developing or financing the agriculture sector in Bangladesh. The second part, that is, this policy is driving at, is diversifying the agricultural sector. That means developing through financing new quality or modern seeds, it is trying to diversify agricultural sector. Conventionally, our whole focus when we are talking about agriculture, our whole focus turns to basically crop or farming. But this diversification, the policy that focuses on diversifying the agriculture, so that policy focuses on livestock financing, that policy focuses on fisheries financing. That policy focuses on financing new varieties of agricultural products. That's some of the issues that were talked about in the previous sessions. But as we could understand from the discussion in the previous session that I was listening to the deliberations, I could understand that the agriculture is going to change. We cannot just continue to modernize the way we are doing. It is transforming. It is transforming because we have a thriving middle-income group in this country. It has, as a result of that, food processing, demand for food processing products has been also increasing. The quality, people are also focusing on the quality of product that consume. So there is that thriving middle-income group in this country, and also the financing strategy of the central bank has led to further advancement of agriculture. But then, just as one number that I would like to share, but despite this agriculture financing policy of the central bank, most of the credit close to crop farming is around 45% of the total credit that went to financing crop. And that is obviously, and that is needed because that not only, that helps us producing what is needed for consumption, our daily consumption. Then around 25% of the total agricultural credit goes to livestock and fisheries, livestock and poultry. And particularly many of you, and our Bangladeshi citizens are we are aware of it, but those of you who are present from other countries, you should be aware that particularly during the past 2 decades, there has been severe advancement in livestock production, in poultry production. Sometimes, obviously, with some kind of disease that poultry production was affected. Nevertheless, things have moved forward, even with the constraint. Then there is another sector that I have, is another set of institutions that have been financing this agriculture sector in Bangladesh. The group is known as microfinance institutions. This is another stream of institutions that have been financing. Some 730 plus licensed microfinance institutions have been operating in Bangladesh. And most of the port, in fact, 80%, more than 80% of the microcredit goes for agriculture financing. So financing of agriculture is coming from both banking system, through the formal banking system, and also through microfinance institutions. The reason behind it is the policy of the central bank that requires that 50% of agricultural credit, maximum 50% of agricultural credit can be disbursed through bank microfinance institution linkage, and 50% should be distributed or disbursed through the bank branches. So directly by the bank 50%, and maximum it can be of 50% through bank microfinance institution. That is one reason that we find that microfinance institutions have been playing a very significant role in agricultural financing in Bangladesh, because banks cannot really reach out to every corner of the country. So I think we'll discuss that, but I know that one of our distinguished panelists, Ms. Tanja Smith, investment manager, agriculture, food sector, she will not be joining us in person. She will be joining us, and she has time constraint. So I would. So
she is not now available.
Not available.
Now we can start this. Continue this journey.
Okay, but okay. So then I can continue for a minute. The one I would before asking, is the that diversification that I was talking about, the climate change that is affecting us, the thriving middle income class is changing the demand for agricultural products and high quality product. So therefore, there is given this demand, there is a huge demand for finance. The conventional financing strategy that Bangladesh Bank has been pursuing does not satisfy and will not meet the total demand. So there is a huge gap between the demand and the supply. So there is every potential for investment in this sector, considering the climate change, considering the demand for quality product, processed food in this country. I think the collaboration between Bangladesh and foreign investors can fill in the gaps in demand for investment, considering the demand for products. With this, we have Ms. Tanja Smith. She cannot be connected. So may I now request Mr. Prasan Palaj Singh, Investment Officer, and Mr. Rick Ricord, Senior Associate Agribusiness Food and Water, FOM, Netherlands. Yes? Yes, please. In the meantime, what I will be requesting you that after the deliberation of each of the panelists, if you have any question, you can just write down the question and send to us, and so that they can respond to your question. Thank you very much.